Today, we are going to discuss assessments and why they are important, specifically in special education. Achievement tests are defined as tests designed to assess the academic progress of a student. A student's academic achievement skills are reviewed to determine how well he or she is performing in core skill areas such as reading, spelling, mathematics, and writing. It is important that assessments are done individually. Remember that it does not matter the age or grade level of the student. They can be assessed. By doing this individually, we can observe the student's skills, test-taking strategies, any areas that might be of concern, and observe the student's behavior. It is also important that the assessment is in a language that the student understands. There are numerous assessments that can be used, as you can see on this slide. But today we are going to focus on the Kaufman Tests of Educational Achievement, 3rd edition, so the second one from the top. The Kaufman Test is a battery of tests that are administered individually. Because of its flexibility, this assessment is a very pleasant one to do on the teacher side. It can test reading, math, written language, and oral language. The unique aspect of this assessment is that you can assess in one area or in more depending on the student. What that means is that we can use one or all subtests that are available, again, depending on the student, and therefore to gather that information that gives us a complete picture, not just an individual subject, but the entire whole that the student might be struggling with. And we will talk about these subtests in a minute. This assessment is able to be administered to students from the ages of 4 to 25. There are two forms of this, the comprehensive form and the brief form. The comprehensive form for pre-K to kindergartners, the test is about 25 minutes long. Grades 1 and 2, the test is about 50 minutes long. Then from the 3rd grade on, the test takes 70 minutes. The brief form is for the ages of 4.5 to 25, so for all that this test can be administered to. And the test is about 20 to 30 minutes long, again, depending on the student. Everything depends on the student. So the next two slides are a multitude of subtests that are a part of the Kaufman assessment. If you want to know more about a specific subtest, you can come and see me. But we can use one or more of these subtests to gather that information, that data on a specific student. So here you can see there are numerous subtests or sub-assessments in the reading composite. In the math composite, there's not as many. And the written language composite, again, not as many. Oral language composite, there's even less. And then the comprehensive achievement composite. So it's important when we are reviewing the result of the assessment that we are interpreting the results properly. What is important is that we pay attention to if the student is or is not meeting expectations. If not, then we need to talk to the student and review the assessments. We also may need to see if there was anything that could possibly be distracting the student, whether that be the environment that they took the assessment in or any other distracting behaviors of the student. It is vital that the data we gathered is reliable. It shows us the students' strengths and their weaknesses. But more importantly, though, is that it will help in our understanding of the student and allow us to take that student's strength and make it into a weakness. Therefore, we have a teaching plan that we will be able to follow. This slide are my references for this specific PowerPoint. If you have any questions, please come and see me. Do not hesitate. It is important that an open dialogue is between all of us because we are all here for one reason, and that is for the good of the students.